Hi, I'm Creason.
And I'm Cynthia.
And this is Random Spirit, where we talk about random topics. What are we talking about today, Cynthia?
Today, we will be answering 5, questions about ourselves. I have this, book, journal thing. And, they're, some pretty interesting questions. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing. It's questions about ourselves. This is what Creason and I do, self-love questions, I guess, when we get into our deep conversations.
Yeah, it's shadow worky in a way.
Well, it's more of self-love, but okay, so we'll bounce off each other, and then after that we'll do a card pull, and then wham bam thank you ma'am.
Sounds great to me.
All right, so the first question is, describe the road in life that you're currently traveling, Creason.
Oh, well, I'm traveling a very single life. Relationship wise, spiritual wise, I do have support, which is great. But mostly, I'm very career focused, and I'm very life focused. I'm trying to go ahead and get myself financially in order. It's difficult at times to have focus, but being single helps a lot.
What obstacles do you have?
Well, one of the hardest obstacles is balancing fun with work. Work demands a lot. 8 hours a day, 5, sometimes 6 days a week, depending on overtime.
Yeah.
You are spending most of your life at work, and then the other half of your life trying to sleep. So it's difficult to, go through and basically do anything at that point.
Just balancing everything out.
Exactly. So, in order to find time for yourself and the limited time I have for myself, I try to do some recreation. But it's also important, I feel, to, focus on a couple of things in your life, career-wise or, friend-wise, trying to hang out with people. Everything takes up time.
Yeah.
So, the challenge is keeping that going and making sure that, you never stop working towards your goals no matter what. So
so your goal is to be successful?
Pretty much my goal is to be successful. My goal is to be financially sound, not have to worry about, which is so difficult when you're in California. This place is super expensive.
It is.
I don't know if you knew, but it is.
I'm living with my mom. I know that. Okay, that was nice. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so for me, describe the road that I'm currently traveling. I had written in my journal, I'm not gonna get into it because this is deep. We're not gonna do that. I'm gonna shorten it.
Okay.
I'm on this road of self-love, and it kind of with self-love is trying to love all of myself. And the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the trauma, the whole reason why I came back. But, and it's the self-love, spiritual, and I'm just, trying to, be the best mom that I can be to the kids, and, the best wife, and the best friend, because I'm a pretty good friend. I'm a bad friend. But
you give yourself too little credit.
But I'm just on this, I'm finding myself, and you want to know what the crazy part is though?
What?
This is kind of deep, but I don't think I've ever I've always tried to fit in, and I feel like I'm finally I don't belong, and I'm okay with that. You know? Like, I don't fit in. I honestly don't. Like, I don't fit in with, like, anyone. And I'm fine with it. Like, I'm my own, you know? And, like, I'm just living my life, trying to be the best me. I guess, like, people call that selfish. I guess I'm selfish.
No, it's important. It's important. Some people might call it selfish, but...
Oh, yeah. All right. That was awesome. Okay, so the second question, right? Creason, have you found your gift? If so, what is it? And how do you plan on gifting it away to this beautiful world that we live in?
Beautiful, huh? That's strong words. No, it is beautiful. So, gifts. I was known to be a man of many talents, but I am not a cocky person. I try my best to share my gifts with the world.
I think you do.
So, yeah, two of the gifts that I feel fit into this category is my art and my ability to teach. Those are the two gifts that I used quite a bit when I was art more when I was younger, teaching more when I was older.
Yeah.
And yeah, like for art, for instance, I went into many art competitions, and I had like, you know, bookmark contests, poster contests, and I loved being involved. Now, on the first part, like for the bookmark contest, you know, it was hard to share my art at first. I feel that I was judged most of the time.
How old were you?
I was young. This is first grade contest.
Oh,
so like,
you were my kid's age.
Yeah.
7?
Exactly. It was hard to go to your very first contest and try to go ahead and do something. And it was a contest for a library. So the whole goal was to draw up a bookmark. And like I remember just drawing they wanted some owl thing, so I drew like some kind of an owl spaceship. I'm going a little bit too deep into this one.
You need to cough that up so I can see it.
I still need to cough that up, huh?
You do.
Yeah, but won first place on that contest. I actually did 2 contests, and I won first on one, second place on the other. I forgot what the other drawing was of. And then for the poster that I did a dare poster to show like the weaknesses of smoking or whatever.
Oh yeah, that stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like
don't do drugs.
Oh my gosh, I know, the thing that never worked in schools. Yeah.
Hey, Creason. He's not speaking for me. You're speaking for yourself.
Oh my goodness.
Go.
Oh man, yeah. So. But I did a poster for them, and they gave me first place on that poster too, and hung it up on the school.
How old were you for that one?
I was a little bit older. I think I was like 11.
Okay, so Creason is like, his drawing is beautiful, and I actually had like homework for you, and he's gonna like come up with the logo and like, you know, that would be so cute for you to like share.
Okay. Yeah, I think I have one in the pocket, so I'll definitely go ahead and.
You didn't even tell me that.
I know. I really gotta. Communication.
I know.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and in the next couple of weeks you'll see something from me.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
In terms of my teaching, so my mom actually, she was a teacher. She never wanted to teach though, which I find is ironic, but she ended up being like an after school teacher, and she taught all the grades, all the classes, and she pretty much bestowed teaching on me. I'm very patient person when it comes to teaching. I know. I gotta stop.
No. That's a good, look, I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. No. So yeah, I'm a very patient person, so it helps when you're trying to tutor the amount of students that my mom had at the school. And she had 70 people from all different grade types that she was teaching at once.
I couldn't do it.
And I remember just having them all like need help with science, social studies, math, you name the subject, they needed help with it. And it was hard to...
helped with that? I thought you just did math.
Oh, honey, I did so much more than that.
I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah, so they asked for help with everything. And luckily for me, I retain really well. So I was able to just go ahead and do most things from memory and just help people from my memory. And I kept that gift going, and I started to do like tutoring on the side. I tutored mostly math because math was the subject that I was the best at. So I tutored that on the side. I did that I technically still can do it now, but thanks to the pandemic, I kind of messed up that business real good. But I would tutor on the side, and all the students, like their grades would go up by like 2 points. So if they had like a C, awesome. It would go up to an A. If they had like an F, it would go up to a C. I was pretty proud of that. That was really hard to do. Yeah. Some students, like, their motivation is very close to the surface. I guess the only advantage that I had is that, like, I was like, dude, like, if you want to go ahead and like get into gaming, you're gonna have to go ahead and learn this stuff. Yeah. Because a lot of kids love that gaming stuff. Yeah. And I'm able to talk to them on that level and get through to them, which is very, very difficult to do. Getting through to get kids to learn stuff that they wouldn't normally learn. So long story on my part.
That was nice. I actually learned like some stuff that I didn't even know about you. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. So you already like gave your gift away. Well, not away, but like, you shared your gift. Yeah.
I've been actively sharing it.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. My turn. Okay, so for me, so what gifts have I found my gift? I think I am finding, like, I'm like in the midst of finding my gift. And it's the, like, how would you even put it? Like, okay, so like I am very intuitive, and I'm what is it, like an empath?
Yeah, empath.
Yes. I am getting, like, I guess my psychic gifts, right?
Yeah, our spiritual gifts.
Yeah, spiritual gifts more. They're coming to me, and like, my guys are just throwing it at me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I sit here and like I'll tell Creason. Remember that one time in the meditation?
Yeah.
And then like I don't even know how. Like, that was a mixture of clairvoyance and an empath, because I seen something.
Yes.
And I was like, this was the feeling, remember? Yeah, so I'm in the middle of that. And also, I guess, like, would you call a gift like the experiences that I had in my life, and I don't know, like, share them?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go and say that you're a speaker, or that,
you got a loud ass voice. I'm a speaker. Yeah. but yeah, how do I plan to, like, giving it away to the world? Actually, I have been thinking about doing readings for people. I do have my wonderful family and my best friend that like let me practice. I feel like I'm more into Oracle, huh?
Yeah.
I have like one tarot deck that I really work with. It's not traditional. And yeah, it's not traditional, and the deck that I have will call you out.
Yes.
So I kind of have to like pick and like, I kind of have to like go off the vibe of whoever I do readings with that deck, because yeah.
Yeah.
Because did it take me a long time to get through to you?
Actually, with me, you got through pretty quickly. I think it was with other people that you really...
It was probably with myself.
Yeah, like... Because like with me and you, like you were telling me that you were getting pretty good readings, and we
Yes.
did readings before with other like empaths.
Yes.
Your readings were matching them with me like immediately.
Yeah. So like how I know that I am speaking to spirit is that like it's the same message almost every reading.
Mm-hmm.
And then if, you know, Creason's guides are like ready to attack something else, like what was it yesterday? Well, I'm not going to share it on here, but there was an area in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, dude, like, there's so much fucked up shit going into mine, and we're gonna pause mine for a bit, and I'll deal with it internally. Now it's your turn. And Chris, I was calling you my sister. Creason was like, and we've been, you know, but yeah, like, I want to do readings.
Yeah.
I want to do readings. I want to share that. I want to, hopefully I can go somewhere with that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this podcast too, I would say, is a very good way of sharing as well.
Yeah.
Because you have been sharing your talents via this podcast, so.
Yeah. Well, there'll be plenty episodes, and I'll probably share more.
Mm-hmm.
But, damn. Okay, yeah. So that is like my stuff. Hopefully, I don't know if anyone like is interested. Like, you know, like I could, you know, do readings, and
we need to probably
we could vibe.
Yeah, we need to make you something. So
we could vibe.
Get people.
We could vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay. So the next question: what kind of person are you hoping to become? How do you want to grow, and how will you have to change? What will you have to change to achieve this? This is a good one.
Wow, this is...
Let me turn the light on. We're sitting in the car in front of my house.
This is like a really, really deep question. So, okay.
What kind of person are you hoping to become?
I always had a higher vision of myself, of what I wanted to be. A big part of me has to do with my grandfather and like the way that he was seen inside the world.
Which one?
This would be my grandfather on my mom's side. His
Okay.
name was Henry. You should know this.
I tap into him. Yeah. Hey,
so,
Henry.
My grandfather was a huge role model. Like,
yes.
so much more than like anybody that I've ever seen.
You looked up to
This
him.
guy did amazing stuff. He once, I'll just state one story.
Mm-hmm.
So, he got a paycheck. He did bartending for his life.
Yes, you told me that.
He actually worked 2 bartending jobs to try to go in and fit the bills. But I remember he was all about kids, and he was all about like making sure that kids get books.
Mm-hmm.
So one day he took his entire paycheck that he made like for the week, and he bought books for all the school children, gave all the books to the school children so that way they can write, and said that he didn't want anything in return for what he did. He's just doing it out of the kindness of his heart.
Was that on the island?
That was on the islands, yes.
Wow.
So, and he would do things like that routinely. That's what really like made him special, because he didn't make much. Like, working 2 bartending jobs was difficult, hard work, and he still found time to make people feel as though they mattered.
Yeah.
He, no matter who it was, would make you feel like you are the best and strongest person in the world just by him just being there.
Yeah.
Anything that you want, he would try to go get it for you. And he would make, when I would walk on the islands with him, he spent time going and saying hi to everyone, talking to everyone, acting like he knew the entire island, even if he didn't. He was fearless. He would see barking dogs and bark back, which I always found funny, because the dogs would bark even louder.
Who's gonna bark louder?
And just his like outlook on life. It's interesting because it's not like my grandfather wasn't religious at all. But I feel that he led a much more religiously based life than even my grandmother, who was devout religious, you know? So he's an extremely hard bar to meet. And I'm happy at the time that I got to spend with him. Yes, he was loud. He was one of the loudest people like you would ever meet. Even louder than me. His voice echoes.
Was he louder than me?
He's louder than
my kids?
He's double loud. Yes.
Oh.
He would shout out your kids in a shouting match. You can hear him 5 houses away if he was to talk normally.
Wow.
And 10 if he was to yell. So he was really loud, really bombastic. A slight womanizer. I'm really downplaying that.
I remember you telling me.
But yeah, like
stories.
the fact of the matter is that he can charm. His charm was insane, and that is really what it is. Like, he had really great charm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, my grandmother is the higher end, the person that, like, you know, I'm aspiring to be. And yeah, like,
that giving, you know how you described his giving, it's funny because that's you.
Yeah.
That is 100% you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let's see if I answered all those questions though.
So it's what kind of person are you hoping to become? And it's like,
how do you want to grow? Which I think I explained there.
Yes.
And what would you have to change to achieve this? So the big thing I have to be able to change is I have to be independent while at the same time giving and being kind to people. Very hard bar to go ahead and meet. I don't know how my grandfather actually did it because he was able to keep it stable, but I think it's because he had a strong woman behind his back who kept him up. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
He had, because like when he would falter, she would just go ahead and work and keep up the bills.
Oh.
So, I mean, not that I don't think that she was happy about having to do that, but that's what kept things going. Because he worked 2 jobs, and he always was spending money and, like, you know, giving out money, and like it was difficult, I feel, you know, but he kept the house up. That's one of the things that he did. He made sure that the house was kept up. He made sure to treat his wife good, and he made sure to treat everybody else outside good. But it's difficult to hit that exact same line that he did. I think that a lot of things had to go right in order for him to hit that line. But yes, he's an extreme inspiration to me, especially the good parts. I didn't go over the bad parts. There are negatives to how he was.
You have told me.
But the good parts I really gravitated onto, and I try to go ahead and be that type of person each day. Very difficult to
That's
live
amazing.
Up to,
he sounds like an amazing man.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is that like I sit here and I'll joke with Creason, like, oh, I'm gonna call out to your grandpa, and like, you know, but I do. But the funny thing is that like I feel like, I don't know, like I feel like warm and like accepting when I tap into him. So that's that was deep. That was nice.
You're asking really deep questions.
I know. Okay, so my turn. Okay, what kind of person am I hoping to become? What kind of person am I hoping to become? I don't know. I'm hoping to become I freaking wrote here. I'm hoping to, and I feel like I am becoming more open-minded.
Okay.
And not judge. And that is one of the hardest things for me to say. And this is one of my toxic traits because, I mean, I'm guilty for that. I really am. You know this too, Creason.
Is it because the world's judging you, you have to judge back?
I'm learning, don't judge a book by its cover. And it's hard. Just, I don't know. It's probably the Virgo in me. You know, you don't know what someone's going through.
Yeah, you really don't.
You know? And just because they're an asshole, like, you know?
That's true.
Like, Cynthia, don't pop off. You know?
It's true, though. I think that you're right. Like, you know, you don't know what people are going through.
Yeah.
You have to try to meet people where they are.
I'm trying to be caring, and I'm trying to be, like, I'm I guess no one's perfect, but I'm a Virgo. No.
I love how you use the sign like as the end all be all there.
No, but I'm hoping to become more open-minded and more loving, because I've told you that, like, I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, I wasn't the best, person in college. As a teenager, I was a fucking rebel. I didn't give a fuck. But, like, let's take that and, like, Cynthia, like, I see the toxicity and we're trying to stop that, and I just want to be love. I want to be, like, I guess what you would call, I don't know, a hippie, right? Like, peace and love without, like, like, peace and love.
Yeah, but you don't have the band, and you're not going to
I don't need a band. I have a...
You need to wear those peace signs.
I have third row seat. It's all right. It's all good. But, yeah, like, I want to be able... I don't know. I want to be able to, like... stop judging. Like, there's good in people, even though there's a handful of people that I just want to yes. And the whole judging thing is hard, because one of the things that I've learned that I told you, I'm working internally within myself, and I'm fighting that inner bitch in me. Everyone has a different love language. People don't love, like, not everyone's gonna love as passive and aggressive and, like, how my family's ride or die. Not everyone's gonna be like that.
Correct.
And it's hard for me to accept that.
Yeah. That everyone doesn't love on the same level.
Everyone doesn't love on the same level. And it goes deeper. It goes so much deeper. And I'm becoming numb. I don't know what's going on with me. But I just, like,
Times are tough. Is really
times are really tough because I'm calling myself out. And I'm like, so we got off topic, but I'm hoping to become loving, understanding. How do you want to grow, and how will you have to change to achieve this? I am changing.
Yeah.
I really am. And I don't know how to deal with emotion. And I might need therapy, but I'm a baby of a boomer. So
that's tough.
I mean,
I'm a baby of a boomer as well, so, like,
I'm not gonna call out that, like, I'm not gonna call them out, but I'm just saying I'm at the point where, like, toxic traits, right? I feel like I know I need therapy, but I don't want to act on it, because then that's me saying I have issues.
I know how that is. Nobody wants to admit that they have issues.
Why the fuck should I have to pay someone $260 whatever for 4 weeks of talking for an hour?
About it. Yeah.
Does it look like I have that kind of... That's like diapers and gas. But okay, yeah. So, yes. Oof. Look, we are like 30 minutes in. Yes. Let's... Okay. So, yes. 2 more questions. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay, Creason, what makes you unique, and how do you stand out from others?
Okay. Alrighty. This is a question that I feel is very hard to answer and very easy to answer.
This is gonna come with a twist. I'm gonna, like, I want to, like, give you what I see, what makes you unique, and then you tell me. Yeah?
Okay.
But after. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, go.
So, for me, I think my heritage, or, like, where I came from, kind of makes me unique in a lot of ways. Because I'm able to, like, get away from a lot of the like top line stereotypes that happen with, you know, being a person of color.
Yes.
And like when I speak on a phone, or like when I speak to people, or like just the way that I talk, you know, I give this very like educated vibe, and people cannot tell what race I am or anything. And I feel that has its advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, like people talk differently depending like on who you say that you are, and I hate that. You know, I hate the fact that that happens, but it does. Like
people judge.
I could see a distinct difference between the way that you get spoken to. You know?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a distinct difference between the two.
I've been through that.
And like I feel that, you know, once people get to know like who I am and things like that, that disappears. But it's a little bit faster with me because I don't get the top line judgments. I'm able to slip through the cracks because like I do stuff that is like different than other people. The way that I help people is different. The way that I talk with people is different. If people ask questions that have to do with stereotypes, you know, I answer them for the sake of answering them. Some of the deeper ones being like, you know, like the N-word, for instance. I was asked, which is a very triggering topic to a lot of people. I
catch hands.
Yeah, exactly. But I would answer like why, you know, that's offensive, and why like it shouldn't be used, you know. And I feel that helps them understand. But at the same time, you know, like I'm one of the unique people that I feel can do that. Now, it sucks because the weakness about this is that I had a huge time finding my own place of fitting in myself because I couldn't just put myself inside any group. I always was like a drifter. I would always drift from people to people, group to group. Yes. You know, and yes, I gained, especially during high school, a lot of popularity because of it. But I never felt as though I belonged anywhere. Like, you know, and I still have that kind of feeling today because there's not that many people that fit into that graft, you know. Like I'm always trying to find my place. I'm always like, where do I belong? What do I belong with? Who do I belong with? So like I feel like I'm a little bit off topic about what makes me unique, but like that's around where I feel that I give something that nobody else does. Like I'm able to transgress, you know, and speak about like things that are uncomfortable when other people are not able to speak about them in a lot of situations. And I'm able to get through to people because of my heritage. Like I'm able to go in and describe how I'm different, you know, and why I'm doing what I'm doing, you know? So that's where I feel that I'm unique.
Cool. I want to add something that makes you unique, coming from the best of the best of the best friends.
Sure.
Okay, I just want to share, right? Don't take this offensive. You take it offensive. You get mad. You cut me off. Okay. Okay. So, are you a Pisces rising?
Yes.
I feel like this is your Pisces rising, right?
Sure.
I think, okay. So, you have more of a feminine energy than any man I have ever met.
Oh, interesting.
And I feel like it's the whole reason we're best friends. Because, like, I feel like that feminine energy that you have and that you carry, and that nurturing and that loving and that caring, like, I'm trying, like, you know how, I guess, like, I don't know if it's like nowadays or all the days or like forever, like people see men as like you know, like exactly. Firm, like you know, I'm like an asshole, like you're not like that.
Yeah.
You listen. You know when to shut the fuck up. You know when to, like, if I call you and I'm, like, bawling and, like, something's going on, like, you know what to do. Not a lot of men have that.
I see.
And I feel like that's, like, a huge plus.
Oh.
I feel like it's a huge plus.
I know a lot of men that would say that's a weakness, but...
Yeah, no, but, like, you know, I feel like, you know, and we've talked about it, that that you do need to balance, right? You, like, that's a whole nother, but yeah, like, it's just brave. Well, thank you for letting me sharing this, because it's brave to even, like, you know, have that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know, like, what do guys, like, make it seem like, oh, you're a fucking pussy, like...
Actually, the thing about me is that my brother always points this out. He says
Which
that,
one?
like, my youngest brother.
Oh, okay.
He always tells me that, like, I have a different way of speaking depending on the person that I'm speaking to. So if I'm speaking to women, like, he's like, there's a different energy about you than when you're speaking to men. He's like, when you're speaking to men, like, you get a lot more direct. He's like, you don't speak to me inside, like, that nice way.
Oh, really? Well, actually, yeah. You're like, get out. Yeah.
There is a difference between how I speak to people, and I do.
Okay.
I do alter. Now, I don't find it fake because it's genuine. Like, I genuinely, like, if I'm comfortable with you, would talk more like this. But if I don't know you, or if I'm angered, I do get more direct. So, like, I bounce back and forth between those two depending on my mood. I
haven't pissed you off.
That's the thing.
Well, actually...
You have pissed me off a couple... Well, no, you haven't pissed me off lately.
You are like, you're like fucking the king of the petties. You're like, you're literally like a male version of me. Like, you get, like, fucking smart-assy and sarcastic, and I'm literally like, dude, screw you, and I hang up. Dude, okay, yeah, alright, yeah, cool. It's what makes you unique. My turn.
Your turn, yeah.
What makes me unique?
Oh, thank you for that, by the way.
Yes. I don't even remember, like, what makes me unique is that I can see beauty past what meets the eye. What that means, I don't fucking know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm awkward. I don't know. Like, okay, so what makes me unique is that I see, like, it's not the appearance of people, it's the inside. It's their personality. It's who they are. You know? I like to get, like, I'm an introvert, but, like, if, you know, I'm attracted to, like, you, not, like, like, if I'm, like, if I want to talk to you, like, or whatever, you know, like, I'll get kind of, like, ask deep questions or whatever, but, like, it's all on how you act. If you're gonna be a dick and, like, you're gonna be, like, mean or whatever, like, I'll kind of, like, you know, like, give it a bit, and then, like, if I don't like it, then it's just, I don't know. There, like, I see past the beauty, in quotes, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what's unique to me, because, I don't know.
No, I do feel it. I do feel that you have, like, a good amount of clairvoyance, which, you know, is what I do see. But I guess it's my turn to go and tell you what I feel makes you unique.
You're a bitch.
Oh my God, no, that's not. So, yeah, the thing that I feel that makes you very unique is your energy. Like, and I know that's very vague to begin with, but basically you have a very infectious way of injecting energy into a situation. Now, it's good because during situations of where, like, you know, people are down, you're able to rotate that energy into something either direct and positive or direct to get things done. So if we're outside, so like, and that's a very good talent. And I'll tell you why. Many people like have a hard time getting things done. And many people have a hard time doing things, you know, meeting things to their conclusion. What I love about, like, when you go ahead and you start talking about something is that you try to get to the point as fast as you possibly can. So that way, like, you know, answers can start being solved and things can start being, you know, done. And that's very, like, different for a Virgo, because most Virgos I know like to overthink.
Is it my Capricorn moon?
Yeah, you fight against overthinking a lot, and you fight against, like, you know, thinking about a situation for too long. You go straight to the point, especially like if something's stressing you out.
Yes.
And that, I feel, is an incredibly great thing to have, because you get to stuff really quickly.
Yes.
You deal with situations quick before they escalate, and before they get to the point of where nobody knows what they're doing or heads cut off. Like, you're able to do that. Very, very rarely do you get flustered to the point of where you do not know what you want to do next, which is insane, because, like,
you.
Yeah.
Ask my husband. No. Okay, stop. Look, stop it. Go.
I've talked with, like, many other people.
Yes.
And they get flustered. Once they get flustered, it's done. You know? But in your case, you have a controlled fluster.
I've been working on it.
Which is a really great talent. Even under pressure and under fluster, you still are able to maintain control. And that is absolutely, like, one of your greatest gifts and qualities.
Thank you for that, because I've been working on it, you know? Like, remember, like, back in Virginia, I'd, like, sit there and, like, Grayson, I can't, and I used to hang up the phone. I have been working on it. Thank you for noticing that.
Yeah, you've definitely been doing a great job.
Thank you. Oof. Okay. Look at that. We're supporting each other.
Yeah.
Positive vibes. All right, last question. Creason. 3 things you have recently learned and 3 things you want to learn.
Okay. 3 things I've recently learned. Well, in this podcast, I learned quite a bit, but I'll stay away from this for this question and see. So, I don't want to get too deep here. I'll try to stay on the top line, especially since they did not say to elaborate.
Yeah.
But, one thing I've learned is, you know, how much, like, you know, I've been affected by my past. And this is good and bad. Like, I didn't think that I was affected that much, but I realized how deep it goes. 2 is, you know, like, I thought that I was a grateful person. Like, you know, I can sit down and be grateful for the things that I've had or whatever. But I realized that, like, even that's a challenge for me now to be and be in the moment and be grateful and just be happy that I'm here. It has been really difficult. I think the pandemic really taught me a lot about myself and like, you know, how much I can take as a person, you know, and how much I can actually do, you know, and like, the pandemic made stuff so much more. But the third thing I learned is my limits. I've reached my limits a lot of times, especially during 2020, of when I thought that I was really not gonna be able to do it anymore, especially when I was working, like, the amount of hours that I was working. I think I was working like 20 hours a day for some pieces of it.
Yes.
It was insane.
You were always working.
I made it work.
You
even
did.
Though it was a work from home thing.
You went through it.
You know, I had to do it alone because I didn't have any help. And it was very, very difficult. So yeah, interruptions and stuff. So yeah, those are the three things. I know they were very short-sighted, but
three
I'm
recent
gonna.
things that you've learned.
So now it's, what do I want to learn?
Yes.
So
Three things.
the big thing that I want to be able to do is learn to be, more independent. That's one of the things that I feel that I am, but at the same time, I feel I can do better at. I feel there's stuff that I need to improve in that area all the time.
Yes.
Independence is one of those things of where you don't have to care about what other people think, what other people say. And I feel it's something that I need to work on daily. Number two, I'll say blanket, knowing how to handle people like on the job. I'm already pretty good at this. But there are some slips of the cracks.
Yes.
And there are people that I back and forth struggle with. And I want to be a better person in terms of dealing with that, So yeah, that's the second one. Final, I would say would be I actually want to deal with more of my it's not hardware, it's outdoor skills, crafty type things. I always wanted to learn a little bit more about woodworking. I always wanted to be an architect.
Yes.
That has to do with that. I did machining for a little while, but I kind of let that kind of lapse.
Why?
Because I'm not it's hard to get mills and lathes and it's hard to get that equipment.
You lost me at machinery.
It's machining, man. It's so much hard work. But literally it's building. I used to build little metal things.
When?
I think I showed you one time, but my keychain has one of them on it.
Dude, I was probably
not paying attention.
Because 90% of the time.
God.
We're getting off topic.
Yo, well, this is on topic because it's one of those things that I want to learn.
Yeah, but they can't see it.
Yeah, well, that's true. But see, I built stuff like this.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I really did want to get back into it, but it's going to be a long road for me to get back into anything like
Why?
that. It takes a lot of time, and you need equipment.
Oh, yes, you literally just said that.
And it's very difficult to find the equipment. So, yeah, those are the three things. It's mostly people. It's independence, being a little bit better with people, and being a little bit more outdoorsy. How about you?
That's awesome. 3 things that I have recently learned. Turn it down. It's a little warm. Right. 3 things that I have learned. This is gonna sound, corny?
Go ahead.
But I've learned that I am beautiful.
Oh, that's great. That's great, girl.
I've struggled a lot with, insecurities, and yeah, I am beautiful, and I can say that, and I can mean it, and it just it hits different. I don't know.
That's great.
Another thing that I have learned, again, we're gonna get on this topic, I am not okay mentally. Yes. And I have been, trying to do things to help and, work with my mental health. I know that I need therapy. I'll get it when I get it.
Yeah, whenever it comes.
Yes. And the last thing that I've learned is that self-care is important because being a mom, a mother to 3, I put myself on the back burner. And yeah, I try when I can, but self-care I feel ties into mental health. I don't know, whatever. But those are the 3 things that I have learned. And what I want to learn is one of the hardest things for my Virgo ass Capricorn moon Virgo rising self is to stay positive and to not overthink.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard to do.
I overthink everything, okay? Like, whenever Trey and I, like, will, like, I don't know, like, have a conversation about something, like, I don't think he understands that when I make a decision, well, like, 90% of my decisions, I've already thought about plan A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. You know?
Yeah.
I've thought the good. I've thought the bad. I've thought the, like...
The ugly.
Yes, the ugly, worst case scenario that's, like, out of this, like, planet. Like, yes. I want to learn how to tone down the overthinking. I had wrote this, like, 2 months ago, and it says, I want to learn about my guide. But I know, yes. Yes. My higher self. I want to know more about myself, right?
Yeah.
And yes, I'm learning. I want to learn more about me. And I am, because coming back home and just seeing, like, I don't know. Certain things trigger.
I can see that.
Certain things trigger. And then, like, it's crazy because I sit here and I'm like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, 28-year-old me, like, I'm not catching hands. I'm evolving. I don't want to, you know? And then, this last one that I want to learn. Probably gonna learn this in fucking therapy. But how to deal with my emotions. I cannot emphasize on the fact that I don't know how to deal. Like, if you were to sit here and cry, it would take everything in me not to laugh. And that's not me being fucked up. That's me, like, this is awkward. Why are you crying? You want a hot Cheeto? I brought hot Cheetos.
Let me help out with the hot Cheetos.
You want to touch my amethyst? I brought it, you know?
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
I feel like that's where my awkwardness comes. Yeah, hopefully one day when I break down and I cry, I don't swing at someone. Dude, that tries to hug me.
You surely do want to swing sometimes.
Yes. I don't know. It's funny because it's like, I want love. Show me love. And then, like, you know, family's like, okay. And then you come to hug me and I'm like, get away.
Knock them out.
Don't touch me.
Can't owe them right now.
Cynthia, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Look. Listen. All right? So, wow. That was the pod. Like, that was the pod.
Yeah. I mean, 5 questions. I mean, we handled this.
Yes, I learned, you know, more about you. And I feel like I love, and I'm going to look forward to this because sadly, we don't really, like, have time to even hang out. Yeah,
it's difficult, especially now.
It's very difficult because
I work, you have so much home stuff to do.
I know. So. And then I have, you know, anxiety.
Yeah. That too.
I have anxiety when I go out, and Creason can see it, and I'm like, and he's like, calm down, it's okay. And I'm like, no,
it's not okay.
It's not okay.
Take me anywhere but here right now.
Creason, why is your car hot? Or, like, why is it cold? Drive. All right. Okay. That was cool. All right, so now we're gonna get into the card pulls. And which one was yours?
Mine was
the
30.
Past life.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You did it the wrong way.
Whoops. Hope that doesn't, like, trigger.
I'm triggered. You have too many triggers. Okay, so I have something to say on this.
Sure.
Okay. I pulled Kristen's card, and it says past life activation. And I wanted to bring up something on you because I wanted like you to, I didn't know like if you were interested
In what?
in the past life stuff, because
yeah, I told you about
one of the things that like there can be like patterns in certain lives, you know, and yeah, like there can be stuff or like deep-rooted stuff that you can be dealing with in this life that has always, you know, carried on. So yeah, past life activation. Let me see the card.
It's probably on the
yeah,
no,
we put it back. Okay,
it's here.
I'm sorry. This is a beautiful card. This is my Oracle deck. I just noticed I prefer the Oracle. Ooh. And if I do tarot, it's my Gaia.
Got it.
And that's only like when I want to be called out on my bullshit.
Yeah.
You know? So this is a light worker Oracle. I had gotten this. I don't know. I like the imagery, but this is more of like I don't even know how to describe it. It's more
spiritual. I guess it's more of like the regular type of spiritual.
Well, nah. I'll post pictures on our Instagram, randomspirit28.
Yeah.
So yes, to get into the card, this is beautiful. Creason, you have talents within that have been developed through many varied life experiences. You have had many lifetimes already, even if you don't recall them consciously.
Yes, consciously.
Helping you evolve and grow into the loving being that you are today. Your desire to grow in consciousness and spiritual power to assist the divine plan unfolding throughout the universe is heard and supported by the spiritual world in all ways. To this end, past life material is being activated now for your benefit and the greater good.
That's great.
Oof, you know? The oracle of past life activation comes to you when a power you developed in the past life that would be useful for you to access in your current lifetime. Perhaps this talent or ability will become the seed of a spiritual vocation for you, a skill that expands your career or brings you personal joy. The ability that surfaces from the depths of your soul will be whatever is of greatness benefit to you now.
Got it.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah. Should I speak about how it resonates?
Yeah.
So, this brings me, so we answered a question beforehand about like the talents that I wanted to share to the world, which I said art and I said teaching, but there are other talents, and there's one that's always puzzled me. And this is the one of my analytical mind. Like computer science for me was more of a hobby. It wasn't actually something that like, you know, I gravitated to myself. I always had a gift in terms of understanding that stuff without having that gift. Like without actually being interested inside it.
It just came to you naturally.
It always just bubbled up based off of the old stuff that I had. And honestly, it has been a carry. And it has been carrying me throughout a lot of stuff. Because my talents, you know, I have a lot of different ones, but it always comes back to that. And like that always drives me forward in my career. And drives me forward, like, you know, in terms of my career path. And I feel it continuously evolves and gets better over time without me having to go ahead and do much to help it evolve and get better over time. So it's one of those things that, like, I don't really count it as a share with the world type thing.
Yeah.
But I do count it in terms of, like, something that I have within that is helping me, like, achieve great goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's this deck. I'm still trying to figure out this deck. I like it. It's just like, okay. So my card is Divine Talents. Ooh.
Angel playing a flute.
It looks like an angel playing a flute. I just like when the oracle cards that I am drawn to and the decks that I feel like I'm called to, it's all about the imagery. And it's funny because people say that like to don't do that, like looks can be deceiving. But all the decks that I have some sort of like connection with them. And this is like one of the vibes. Like I like kind of like earth tone, you know, like kind of like bold, like I don't know if I told you, like I love gold.
Oh, I didn't know you loved gold.
Yeah, I thought I told you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I love gold, you know. But yeah, divine talents. You are a talented soul. Over many lifetimes, you have developed your spiritual abilities to channel higher awareness, attract healing energy, and radiate light to uplift the consciousness of those around you. Your divine talents are many and uniquely expressed through you. Your talents do not have to resemble those of another to have their own estimatable value. Do not be afraid to use them.
Yeah. I can see how this would resonate.
I feel like, you know, I had said, I've said that I want to do readings. I feel like I like to find the good in people, and I don't like, Cynthia, be a fucking therapist. No. I don't know. Like, the whole reason for me doing and getting, you know, oracle cards and stuff was like spiritual therapy within myself. And I feel like a lot of people can like benefit from that.
Yes, definitely.
You know?
I know I have.
Yes. And I don't like, this is a nice card. You could use your divine talents in your career as a healer, in your work in the corporate, I cannot read, I can never read, or in your stay-at-home role as a parent, helping to raise more conscious, secure, and empowered children. You know, that's one of the things. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I have asked my guides because I've been, you know, trying to like tap in and stuff, and you know, like I don't listen because I had a spiritual guide, like a spirit guide session or whatever, and I am practicing my clairvoyance, and I just like, it's like, you know, the person was like, you know, start off with yes or no questions, but the thing is that like, you know, like I don't have yes or no questions.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so like, I don't know, like I'm a Virgo, like I get like detailed, like, you know, I don't know. So, and then like even with the yes or no questions, it's like, it doesn't matter because I still have, like, I doubt myself a lot. And then when I hear what I want to hear, and it's like, I doubt myself, because then I'm sitting here and I'm like, Cynthia, you're not special. No, like
I
honestly,
that, though.
It's like
I get where you're coming from.
It's like, no, like that's my thought. But in that session that I did, I learned that a lot of my thoughts are my guides. And two of my main guides, one of them, oh my God, I freaking love him. Like, he is like my emotion, like he's like, you know, my emotion, like wizard one. Oh my God, love him. I feel like he's the sarcasm in me, but like it's the primary, my main one, that's very uplifting and just like, I don't know, I love myself, I'm loving myself, I know I'm beautiful, but it's that self-doubt. And I feel like, I don't know, it's probably deeper. Cynthia therapy.
Therapy would help.
It's deeper,
bit, yeah,
but like it's funny because like I get on a roll, you know. When I was doing that reading on you, it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the I don't want to give it away, but we were talking about something that you said, like, I'm ready to do it.
Yeah.
And in the like I was in the middle of reading something, and then out of nowhere I saw this image in my head.
Yeah, you did. I remember those.
And then it was like I wasn't like really thinking. And like it was like, oh, okay, like yeah, like I see that image, let me get this thought out. And then I'm like, Creason, I'm not trying, and I thought that it was me telling myself I got this message in the reading, or like in that session thingy that I had, but that was my guide talking to me. And I've noticed that my guides like to like put, I guess, because like, you know, I like the imagery of the cards, so like there's certain cards that come into my head.
I see. And
I see them.
That's amazing.
It's weird. But it's like, Cynthia, like, you're gifted, but it's like, nah.
You don't believe it, huh?
No, I'm over here like shooting magic. Nah, I'm not gifted. I'm like lifting up cards with my mind. I'm not gifted.
Anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it. Creasing, you can do it too. No, like my self-doubt, you know, but when that little part of me that's like, you can't fucking do it, like, no, but then like it's like some power in me is like, nope, I'm doing it, like, shut the fuck up, like, bam 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 bam. I don't know. Okay, that was deep.
It really was.
All right,
I think you did a great job, though.
Yes, so this is my guides telling me, girl, like, do it.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to probably make an excuse for myself and tell myself, like, let's wait until next year. I don't know.
You gotta stop doing that.
I know. I'm a freaking, like, I am the queen. Okay, not only am I the queen of petty, I am the queen of procrastination.
Oh my gosh. You try.
Oh, honey, but I am.
You try and you succeed.
I know. But yeah, this was a really good session. Yes. Yeah, thank you guys so much for listening
to listen to this long one that we had, for sure.
Yes.
And make sure you follow our Instagram at randomspirit28 if you want to see the pictures of the cards. Follow when we're doing new episodes.
Yes, and also if you guys can subscribe or follow, right? On Spotify.
Yeah, that would be great.
Or Anchor, whichever one you're listening to. That greatly appreciate that. And follow us on our Instagram, randomspirit28.
Yes. And definitely always remember, guys, to love yourself.
And until next time.
Bye.